Hey, everybody, welcome to the show, Psychic Medium Toni Greene. We're going to get started right away. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining the show live. Not a problem all morning with my throat. All of a sudden, I'm just going to adjust this just a little bit. Okay. And if you do want to join the show live, you can join on Podbean. You can also join on YouTube, on Podbean. You can call in on YouTube. You can put your questions or connections in the chat. I go live every Monday at noon Central and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to join, ask questions, that is the time and the place to do it. Don't get scammed. I will never reach out to you. Only scammers reach out to people, quite honestly. Just think about it. I do private sessions. They are available for you. I do private hypnosis, private and group hypnosis, healing, and readings. So you can go to my website, tonig.info. That is the only way to get a session with me or to call my business number. Again, I will never, ever, ever reach out to you. Now that we have all the technical stuff out of the way, let's get started with the show. Oh, wait, the show goes live and airs live on two different TV things, Rude Rangers TV and WSCS, all of their affiliate channels, all of their streaming channels, all of their podcast channels and radio stations, and then wherever I manage to put it also. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now we're ready for the show, I think. Okay, I usually start the show with songs and names, but I'm being told to start today with a message. And the message is that have you ever tried to change something about your life, something you wanted to change about your life, a new habit, you wanted to start doing something or stop doing something, and think about how difficult it was when you wanted to start or stop doing something, right? Let's just use working out or losing weight. You really want the end result, but getting there can be a bit challenging. So now I want you to think of a person in your life and you really want them to change something about themselves, whether it's a bad habit, a behavior, whatever it is. First and foremost, we have to realize they may not think or believe there's anything wrong with what they're doing. Just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean they don't like it. Second, we have to acknowledge that even if they don't like the habit, it doesn't mean they want to change it. They may realize maybe this habit isn't the healthiest habit. Maybe this habit isn't the best habit. Like, let's use drinking. But I'm not going to change it. I like the end result. I like what I get out of this. But you want them to change that, or a behavior, a habit, a pattern, whatever it is. Now, for someone to change something for themselves is very difficult. For someone to change something because somebody else wants them to is nearly impossible. And the change may not be long lasting. The whole point to this is if you're with someone and that person is doing something that makes you unhappy or compromises the relationship, whether it's a friend, a partner, whatever it is, if you're waiting for them to change, stop. They are not going to change until it's so unbearable for them, until the consequences are no longer uh, until the consequences are so bad, until the outcome is worse than the until the pain is worse than the pleasure, they will not stop doing what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you this. This is just an example, but it applies to every area. I know people who doctors have told them, your heart is very compromised. If you don't stop drinking, you're going to die. They go home and they pour a whiskey. The pain is not worse than the pleasure. The perceived outcome is not worse than what the result they're getting from the habit they're doing. So please, if you're in a relationship or you're holding on to someone or something in hopes they might change, let this really sit with you. And then ask yourself, since the beginning of this relationship, have they only have I only seen more of the things I don't like instead of the things I do like? Make sure you're asking yourself those questions and being very honest with yourself, and then make the best decision for yourself. Whomever that's for today, please know that this message has been coming through all morning for you, and it could be for many of you. Many of you. Okay, we're going to get started right away. I'm going to start taking questions. And the first question, if you would like to call in, if you'd like to call in and have a conversation, Jennifer, I did see you call in. If you'd like to call back in now, I couldn't grab it on time, and I'm sorry for that. It just flashed very quickly. If you'd like to call back in, please do so. I would love to have that conversation with you. Um, and I'm going to be, if you have a question, please put it in the chat. I will be answering questions about life, love, career, finances. Please have a specific question available. Here's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm just having the hardest time trying to get in.
Once you, okay, if you go to Podbean to call in, it's a little difficult to navigate and to find me, but once you're in, that's it, you have it and you're good. Sorry, it's a little bit more challenging, everybody, but this is just what we have for now. Okay, Jennifer, what's your question?
Okay, so my question is, there was a friend that I had, but it was like an online kind of friend from years ago. Someone had told me, and we lost touch, but she lost touch kind of with everybody. And I inquired to some other people, and they said, "Oh, I heard she was dead." But then she popped up yesterday, and I'm hoping that, I'm really calling in, and I hate asking about someone else, but I'm wondering how I could be of help to her.
What I'm going to say is you can't. I'm repeating what I'm hearing. Um, you can't. People have to go through what they're going through. If you choose to reach out and communicate, just listen. I don't feel like there's, in this particular circumstance, I don't feel like there's a lot you can do that will be of assistance. Sometimes people just back away to re-get their bearings and get in balance and whatever. But here's the thing, whatever she is, it's her journey. That's the way they're saying it. It's her journey. And don't, this is just kind of a warning. Don't invest too much into this situation, because sometimes, again, we can try to help or try to assist or try to, whatever the word is, but that's not what's supposed to happen. Sometimes people have to they're on that journey and it's theirs to complete, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, that totally makes sense. But it's sort of, I'm kind of hoping that you would have told me, she'll be okay.
Well, now I'm not saying she's not going to be okay. What I'm saying, you can be a supportive ear, but not too much, because as it's been proven, when people repeat the negative things, it establishes it, it confirms it within them, it reprograms them to it. Um, if you do converse with her, talk about outcomes, talk about future, talk about what she's doing, not what all that has happened, but where she wants it to be and how she's going to do that. Recommend resources, but don't be a resource. That's the perfect line. That is everything. Recommend resources, but don't be a resource, because sometimes people who are in certain situations, they'll take everything you offer just because you're offering it. And then when you don't have anything else to offer, they disappear like a roach in the light. I mean, I am just saying, I'm sorry.
I love that.
But it's true. But it's true. They're like, oh, you have nothing else for me? How dare you? Bye. I'm gone. I'm out of here. What's wrong with you? So please make sure that you are offering outside resources, professional organizations that can handle this. And a lot of people might not want to hear that, but that's what you offer. And if they don't want to hear it, that's on them, not on you. Okay, love?
That's perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Love hearing you.
Oh, absolutely, my pleasure. So thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. I love when people call in. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Okay, you guys, we're going to go to the first question in the chat from Mariah. Mariah says, hello, good morning. Hello, and good morning to you too, Mariah. I wanted to ask Spirit, what is Jordan hiding from me about his behavior and connections with others? And what do I need to know for my highest good? Okay, these seem to be two different questions, and I handle one question, but if I have time at the end of the show, I'll come back really quick before I answer your question. I took that call before I finish telling everybody. You can post a question about life, love, career, finances, any area or aspect of your life. The second thing is, if you want to connect with a loved one, I just need their name, their relationship to you, and any question, if you have a question for them in the same message. Make sure it's clear, a very clear question. Although I can ask questions, oh, what does Spirit want me to know? Blah, blah, blah. What's going to happen the next thing? Those are more of a private reading for the sake of the show. I work with direct questions so that I can help as many people as possible during the show. Mariah, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the chat. I know you're still here with me. I want to ask you, I already asked, was Jordan her partner? Yes. The one thing I get is, and I'm going to ask this, is Jordan a bit of a flirt or a player? I do feel like there are secrets being held here, many of them, many, many secrets being held here. And the one message that I'm getting, love, is I get a yes on flirt and player. The one thing he's keeping, the way I could say it, do the two of you, sweetie Mariah, do the two of you live together? That's gonna, what I say next depends upon if you live together. And how do you live together? How long have, yes, you do. Okay, good. Good. We're about to have some fun. Is going down for real. 8 years together. Okay, love. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I would tell anyone in your situation, rather than just give you If I answer one, you're going to have a million more questions I can't answer. This is what I tell everyone and anyone in in your situation. For the sake of if your car ever gets stolen, make sure you have like what are those things called? Apple, like an eye thing on it. Somebody put in the chat what those are called, so you can track a car tracker. Put one of those in your car. They make pens. This one has my name on it. Love it. That are recording devices. Leave one in the bathroom, leave one in a vehicle that is always being driven. Um, and they make all different kinds, magnets, whatever. When people feel like you're not around, they will say the craziest poop. Okay, when they think you're not listening, and they will talk very, very, very freely about anything and everything to everyone. I do feel like secrets are being held here. I feel like if you want to know the truth, you're going to literally have to hear it yourself, no matter what anybody else tells you. You're still going to have that doubt until you hear it, until you know, until you get the information yourself. So, the thing that any GPS thing for vehicles, and then any recording type device for your uh, for your places where they would talk freely. That's the thing I have for you. I do know secrets are being kept, and I do feel like you have the right to know. Now, living with someone for 8 years, that's a long time, and you have to make sure you're ready for whatever comes next. But here's what else I want to say. If someone's out there doing things, running amok on the streets, it's not only about betrayal, but it's also about safety. Like, STDs are a real thing. So we have to protect ourselves on all fronts, okay? And if it's not the relationship you signed up for, if it's not what you want, you have the right to know that. You have the right to know what your partner that you're allowing to be intimate with you is doing for your own protection. I'm going to tell you something, you guys. There are some crazy, crazy, crazy side pieces out there, male and female. Crazy. They will befriend you. They will they will know they are the side, and they will show up and try to be your friend. They and then there are the other side of crazy, where they start trying to, what is that word when people try to, like, ruin your life? Sabotage you. So you have the right to know for your own protection on all fronts if your partner is, not being honorable. That's all I'm going to say about that, which was a lot. Hey, let's go to the next caller, who is Lily. Lily, how are you?
Hi, Toni. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. Thank you for promoting me. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're the best. I tell everybody you're the best. You are, though.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sweetie, how can I help you today? What's going on?
Okay, so I'm getting ready to move,
Mhm.
and I wanted to know, maybe my dad, Eugene, would have some. Can he walk me through what I have to expect coming up? Is that a good question?
Sure. You're getting ready to move. Have you already found the area, space, place you're moving to?
Yes.
Okay, the next place is it a good place? It's a good place. Does it have good energy? Yeah, it's going to have even better energy once you're there. Um, Here's the one thing I'm going to tell you, like two goods and like there's two truths and a lie. I'm going to tell you two goods and kind of a warning, but not a full warning. It does have really good energy. It is a safe space. It's going to be safe for you. But the thing they're saying is don't get too close to your neighbors. Keep it like acquaintance or casual. Don't get, even if a neighbor tries to become like really like, hey, let's go, whatever. Don't get close to your neighbors, especially, I'm not going to say specific neighbors, but like for when you get there, just keep a safe distance from your neighbors until you know who they really are. Because sometimes, especially with neighbors, people want to be your friend for the benefit. They want to like I don't want to say take advantage. That's not, but people do take advantage. But just be very a safe distance from your neighbors in the beginning, and then as time goes on and you realize their personalities and their intentions for the friendship, then you can get a little bit closer to them. I feel like there might be a neighbor that might want to take advantage and we don't know which one, so we're just going to keep a safe distance with neighbors. Okay, lovey dove.
Okay, thank you, Toni.
Absolutely, but it's a good move. You're going to be happy. And watch your finances the first 6 months while you're there. Either watch out for any scammers. Um, for you and everybody listening, go to I know there's the 3 credit places, but there's the one that rules all 3 of them, which I can't remember the name of that. And lock your credit, lock your thing so nobody can use your credit. But also watch your bank accounts and stuff. Watch your finances for the first 6 months that you're there, and do as much stuff over the line, over the line, over the internet. Over the internet as possible, for the first 6 months, especially. Don't get a lot of like banking mail to your home or credit mail to your home. And if you do get it, just snatch it up right away. Okay, lovey dove.
Okay, thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you so much for calling in again. Thank you. Love the question. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Rebecca. Thank you for helping Jennifer get on to Podbean. Oh, so hey, Fawn. Hey, Fawn. Happy birthday. Everybody wish Fawn a happy birthday. Hey, Sal. Drops of Jupiter. Hi, Toni. Will things be getting better for my son and I? Yes, no, 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 yes, no. Drops of Jupiter, your sun is, can you, I'm going to scroll down. I know you're still here with me. Can you let me know you're still here? I feel like you're just still here. Drops of Jupiter, I feel like your sun is in, I'm hearing 2 words, a very stubborn, but also a bit of a dark place. Can you please confirm? Hey, Drops of Jupiter, how are you? As I say things, like you can put true, false, you can put yes, no. I feel like he's super stubborn, but also in a bit of a dark space. I do feel like, and when I say drugs, I need to be very, very clear. Drugs can be, of course, street drugs, of course, alcohol, but it can also be prescription drugs, the wrong prescription drugs, abusing prescription drugs, or not on a prescription drug that he should be on. So, is there some kind of drug thing with your son? Because I really feel like there is. Either he's on the wrong medication or not getting the medication he's supposed to be getting, or abusing, like sometimes people will abuse pain meds and stuff like that. So do you know if that's the case with your son? But he is in a very dark place, and and very stubborn. Alcohol, thank you. I do feel, and I'm going to say this, there is, you may not know, I consider alcohol like a drug, but I feel like there's something else. There's another substance that he may be ingesting, maybe not all the time, but sometimes. You may not know about this. Oftentimes, people keep those things so hidden, we wouldn't even know. And it could be even something like, let's just say somebody gets a prescription for Adderall or something like that. It could be something prescription, but it's either not working, it's not the right one, or it's not the right amount, whatever it is. What I'm going to say, until he gets his poop in a group, until he puts it together in his head and stops, like, here's your son. Here's your son. He doesn't even point at somebody like this, like 4 fingers pointing back. He's like this. You. It's like all fingers out. He doesn't even do like the one finger. I don't think there's, even though in his private moments he might think about, things going wrong, but in his mind, the cycle in his mind is one that says, but if they hadn't done this, I wouldn't be here. But if they hadn't, dot, 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 dot. So until he has a realization that there is, there's some responsibility that sits in his own lap, even with you, that's never gonna, things might not change between you. I do feel like the moment sometimes we let go, the moment we let go and we can start thinking, you know what, this just is what it is, and we move on and we cut our energy to them, they pop back in. But here's what I'm going to say, drops of Jupiter, and this is really, really important for you. It's so important. When somebody pops back in, we're often very happy and very excited that they've popped back in. And oftentimes that's just because they felt us pull our energy away. For some reason, they're not, and they go into like a little bit of panic. We need to make sure that they're coming back with integrity and they're not going to pop out again. I don't even feel like he's going to pop back in, though. I feel like he's okay where he is until everything falls apart. Okay, this is it. Until the people that are currently there supporting his story no longer support his story, then he'll reach out. But until that time, this is it, sweetie. And sometimes people are removed from us for our protection. If I can't tell you the number of people that have been taken out of my life that I love them so much. And I would have done anything for them and did. I would have, not to like pat myself on the back, but we all have people in our life that we are like that with. But they weren't like, it's one thing how somebody treats you to your face, and half the time it wasn't even that great, but how they behave when you're not around is the bigger thing. And so Spirit, God will take those people out of your life, because if you're not strong enough to let go of people that are not good to you, they will do it for you. If you're not strong enough to let go of the people who might talk negatively about you, cheat on you, lie to you, say bad things about what you do and who you are, they will definitely remove them so that you can have that experience. Okay, love? Nobody deserves, and listen, nobody here is perfect. Nobody walking this, that's why we're here. The flesh is and the spirit, we're the light and the dark. The flesh wants the things that are like, let me have it, yum, the money, the sex, the this, the that. The flesh wants to be satisfied. So when they say the light and the dark, and the spirit is like, oh, heaven, and oh, light, and oh, love. So nobody here is perfect, because we do things to others, and sometimes we don't even realize it, but nobody here is perfect. So one of the things that we realize is we're all going to make mistakes, but somebody who is intentionally being not so good to you doesn't deserve, for the time being, a place in your life. Everything doesn't have to be permanent. It can be until they get their thoughts right, until they get their behaviors right. We're just going to take a break. If there comes a time when they can behave better to my face and to others, maybe we'll talk when they can, do that. So this is for you, sweetie. Allow spirit to take him on his journey down his path. And if and when he can pull it together a little bit more, then that will be the time when the two of you can have more communication. Darlene, I did see that you called. I did miss that, and I apologize. I sometimes it's difficult to uh, to grab it fast enough. So Darlene has a question in the chat. Hey Genevieve, how are you? Thank you, Genevieve, for everything you're doing for the show. So Darlene is asking, I'm worried about my finances. I can't lower my bills. I'm on SS. So whatever you pick up. Okay, Darlene, I believe you have let us know that you have uh, you have recently relocated, so you're part-time. There's going to be another opportunity for you to make money coming in. It's going to be a bit of a cash opportunity. I do feel like it's something you get to do kind of on the side and as you can. I don't feel like it's going to be something like a regular job. It's just like a side hustle. Okay, love. So I hope that's helpful. It is coming in within a month. I feel like you see somebody, Darlene, sometimes people help people. I don't know why I'm getting this for you, but I'm just going to say it. Like sometimes people help people clear things out of their home, whether it's like a hoarder's home or a just like a spring cleaning, or just I need to get this junk out of here, or just something like that. I feel like that might be coming in for you. And I do feel like even if you put up a flyer that it, I don't know if flyers work, but whatever, that might be really helpful for you. Like, at certain places, like at churches and such, community centers, you can put up flyers on their boards, I think. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. So hopefully that is helpful for you, love. I hope that really, really, really helps. Okay, Elizabeth. Hey, Toni, where and when do you see me going on vacation or traveling? That's a really exact. Elizabeth, I am going to scroll all the way down. And can you tell me, Elizabeth, are you thinking of going out of the country? I get a no on that, but I just want to confirm it. I feel like, Elizabeth, I don't know why I'm hearing. Maybe you are thinking of going someplace like the Bahamas or something. I feel like there's going to be a couple of short trips, one in the month of June. Now, these are just like maybe weekend getaways. There's one coming in potentially in. Yeah, okay, she says yes. So everything I'm saying right now, my family likes to road trip to different states, but we also enjoy cruises. And yes, Bahamas, or I feel like Bahamas are going to be better. Bahamas, I didn't even hear Antarctica. I just heard Bahamas. So I would say if you're thinking of something like that, do Bahamas. I feel like there's a trip in Jaloon. That might be end of June, beginning of July, or end of July, beginning of June. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, end of June, beginning of July, which is now called Jaloon, apparently. And then one in September, like early September, very early September. But there will be smaller ones in between, like the normal getaways for the summer. I hope I really, yeah, short camping trips. That's exactly what I'm hearing, love. I feel like in October there's going to be a much bigger trip for you. So keep that in mind, love. Okay, going to the next question. Erin. Hi, Toni. Happy Monday. How many years will I be a nurse? 5, between 4 and 5. But it's up to you. It's up to you. If you have something else established and ready to go or whatever, you can stay longer if you want. But as of right now, the way everything's running, it will be between 4 and 5 years. Again, you have free will. I'm not a boss. I'm not dictating. As of right now, this is what I'm hearing for you from Spirit. If you do have a question, please put it in the chat or go over to Podbean and call in. And if you do want to ask a question or connect with a loved one, please have the question be about life, love, career, finances. And if you want to connect with a loved one, just their first name and their relationship to you is all I need. Thank you so much. Okay, Kate. Hi, Toni. I haven't felt motivated or inspired to make the changes I need to make, especially work-wise, and usually I feel much better than this. Would you do a clearing for new beginnings? Absolutely. 1,000,000%. Thank you, Katie. I love that. We're going to do we're moving forward with everything life has to offer. I get a no. Let's clear that poll, release, remove everything stopping or blocking that. All that stopping or blocking us has been cleared, healed, released. I get a no. Let's clear, heal, release. That's the big one. That's a big one. If you guys feel this, please let me know. We're going to clear, heal, release that. And then I'm motivated and I get a no, and I'm doing what I need to do and want to do. So we're going to put those two together, clear, heal, release them. Remember, you guys, whether you're watching this on TV or watching it later on, these are still effective. It's at about the 36-minute mark. So if you come in and you just want to get this clearing every day until you know it's gone, or once a week or once a day, just to make sure you're moving forward, come back and watch it at this point in the show so that you can get these clearings, because sometimes we can get going and then we fall back into the funk. We want to keep it going. We want to keep whatever's blocking us out and done. And this does what I notice is some things go right away, but it takes us, sometimes we're up and running and sometimes it takes us a moment to get up and running. So please know that. Whew, okay, thank you for that. Next. Okay. Hey, Karmic Karen, Paul Freed, just saying hello, Toni. Hope all is well here from the USA. Hey, Paul, hope all is well with you also. Thank you so much for dropping into the show. Okay, Rebecca, thank you for doing that. Annie. Hello, Toni. I would like to communicate with my grandfather from my mother's side. Annie, what is your grandfather's first name, please? While I scroll down, we don't know that. Okay. Okay. Annie, this spirit that's the person that's coming through is very peaceful, very just like at peace, like just that's the best way I can say it. The message that would come through is don't I don't know, you guys. I don't like I'm just going to say it the way I'm hearing it. Okay, I'm going to say it the way I'm hearing it. Don't dig up graves if you don't want to see the bones. Annie, I know that's going to make sense to you. And don't go searching for something if you only want one answer. I'm just going to stop there, love. I'm just going to stop there. Those are the messages from your grandfather, from your mother's side. I hope they make sense to you, Annie. I really do. KS, hi. Wonder if you will hear the song I've flashed on recently and again today. Was early here, now late. Thanks, Tony. You know what? I didn't even do songs this morning, and I had two songs. I don't know, KS, if I will. I'm sorry I didn't do songs. I was in such a hurry to get to the show that I didn't even do the songs or the names this morning. If I have time, I'll do more clearing songs and names at the end of the show today. Okay, you guys. Um, so let's go, and maybe it will come out, sweetie. Maybe it will. CN, hi, Tony. I dreamed of a dear friend, Tabitha, who has passed on and felt that she has a message for me. I appreciate if you sense anything from Tabitha. Thank you. The answer was coming through. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Friendship is such a rare gem, more precious than a diamond, more something than a ruby, like beautiful than a ruby, more exquisite, whatever that would be. Um, you were true, and I need you to know that I love you. And there is okay, CN, I had to look at your name again. CN, do you pay attention on the road, or are you one of those like, here's my phone. Is that she's saying pay attention when you're on the road. Make sure your eyes are on the road. Um, don't don't be lost in other things while you're on the road. Take that time to put something like a book on or a music on, but good music. But keep your eyes on the road. Okay, keep your eyes on the road. The road. Okay, Sian, I hope that, and thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's sending you so much love. Like she's showing sunbeams coming down to you. Okay. Um, KS says, Rebecca, I did all the Podbean ways and no go. I'm really sorry, KS, you're having such difficulty getting onto Podbean. I know it can be a challenge, and I apologize, you guys, but this is just what we have. So we're making the best we can. April says, will I find a job soon? Not as soon as you want one. So let me take a look. Lily, who is the one who told me to get on Podbean, says look under live and entertainment and just go to the regular Podbean down, go to Podbean and then look under live and entertainment, and that's where you'll find me, especially if I'm live right now. So KS, let's do that. Okay, sorry about that, April. There's something that's going to come in July that will be an opportunity for you. I feel like during the month of May, you're going to be sending, like looking a lot and kind of like, and then in June, something's going to pop. And then from there it will go. Right now, it's like, it's not the best of the best out there, is what I'm hearing, as far as what you're looking for, April. Now, here's what I'm going to say, April. You have your job career you're looking for. Pick up something, maybe like what I tell people, a cash position, like where you're making money daily, like just something to bring in that extra cash. But I feel like, April, if you're not receiving, if you don't have money coming in right now, April, if you do not have money right now, coming in right now, the best thing you can do is get a cash position. Now, I don't know why I feel like you might not, like you want a job, but you feel kind of like you're a little okay right now. Not okay, but like, sort of thing. Like sometimes when people are on unemployment and they're making it, but it's not as much, they're like, oh. But I feel like you need to be a little bit more proactive. And if you don't have money coming in, definitely find something that, like most places in the US right now are going into summer if you don't live down in the South, and go to a golf course and get like a golf cart job where you can collect tips or something like that. Or just a position where you can like collect, where they pay cash. That's what I'm trying to say, April. Um, okay. Karen wants to know, are Aquarius and I together for the right reasons? Thanks, Toni. Um, yes and no. One of you is. Well, both of you might be together for the right reason, but there's also maybe a naughty reason you're together too. Do you, was it Marvin Gaye that sang that song, Sexual Healing? I don't know. I don't know why that all of a sudden popped into my head, but there's that. Um, I feel like, every relationship has the right reasons why we're together, but while we're together for the right reason, we might have some of our old patterns creep up right away, nip them in the bud, analyze them a little bit, and send them down the road. Okay, love? Make sure you're keeping, uh, make sure you're keeping up with that. Okay, love? Thank you so much. Hey, Dion. Stephanie. Good morning, Toni. Good morning, Stephanie. I recently resigned from my position. The other night, I had a thought about going back to cosmetology school instead of looking for another job. Do you have any insight on this? I think that's an amazing idea. I think it's amazing. You can keep looking, but also do it. Do it. I see you being very happy with the outcome if you do that. I feel like you're going to be very, very happy. I feel like the results, you're going to have the thing that's been missing. I hope that makes sense to you, okay? Okay, drops of Jupiter. Here we go. Hey, Teresa. Thank you, Genevieve. Jennifer wants to know, hi, I'm in need of a message from Spirit on advice on what I should do in this relationship marriage of mine and Daniel's. Okay. Whew. Jennifer, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. And Jennifer, can you please tell me, did you hear did you hear the beginning of the show? Did you listen to what I said in the beginning of the show? Were you here for that? And you can go back and listen to it later if you did not. It's not a big deal. Are you and Daniel also, are you and Daniel married? I get it. You're in a marriage, not at the beginning. Okay, go back and listen to that for sure. Um, are you and Daniel married or are you living together and married? Because I feel like there's a lot of connection there. It's married, yes. It's really entangled. And the message I'm getting is that you're welcome, April. Living together, yes, married and living together. I feel like there are a lot of things entangled, a lot of really unhealthy. Well, first, there's so much entangled money, this, that, the other thing is entangled. Second, there is something one of you is doing that the other one really doesn't want them to do, which is, why relationships end up where yours is. And I'm trying to not get too detailed with it, love. I'm really trying not to get too detailed with it. The one thing I'm getting is I don't feel like I don't know that it's necessarily another person involved, like family or the other thing that we have another person involved with. I feel like it's maybe either just the way they live or a habit, and it could be like the way they spend money. And money can sometimes be a bigger stressor than even an affair. I'm not even joking. When money is such an emotional thing, and then when you have two people with different money beliefs, oy vey, my goodness. Um, What you do with this is up to you, but here's what I'm going to say. Listen to the beginning of the show when you get a chance, like right after the show, listen to it. And here's what I'm going to say. While you're in it together, it may be very difficult to untangle whatever brought you to the point you're at right now. I'm not saying I know what I'm getting. Okay. Is it true, Jennifer, this is really unhealthy for both of you at this point? Is that just a fact? It's really unhealthy. Toxic. I'm hearing unhealthy, toxic. It could just be this aspect of it. The whole thing might not be, yes, toxic. Okay. I do feel like one of you, for whatever reason, wants to control a lot of the things, and the other person does not want that. I also feel like one of you is kind of, I'm going to say this, it's not literal. It's really not literal. Is kind of like fighting for your life in this situation. And sometimes when we're with a really unhealthy toxic person, we end up feeling like we are fighting for our life. Or in an unhealthy toxic, it breaks down our whole system. I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing, and I'm not the boss. over and over again. Okay, Jennifer says it's good and then it's bad over and over again. There's a cycle. It's a cycle. Go listen to the TikTok healing I did this morning also. That's the worst because then all these trauma bonds and it's just really bad. I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. Now, I am not the boss of you. This is what I'm hearing, and what you do is up to you. Leave. They just like flew it out of my mouth before I could even say anything else. Sometimes you can't demolition a house while you're in it. And some things need to be completely broken down and destroyed to rebuild again. So if you have a piece of land, the relationship, and this piece of land has a house on it that's falling apart and it cannot be remodeled, it needs to just a complete tear down, and you cannot be in the house while the tear down is there, but you can rebuild it. And it's difficult to rebuild from a perspective of still going through the cycle, because people can change for the moment they need to when it gets really bad, and then they go right back to who they were because they only changed to keep you, to not end it. So you have to get to a point where it ends, spend some time apart, and then decide what's worth bringing back together and what's not worth bringing back together. And is this person or both of you willing to either do the work together or individually to make it work? But what I'm hearing, and the reason for that long analogy, is leave. Hey, everybody who's on, thank you so much for all of your questions. I'm really grateful for that. I'm gonna tell you guys something. Most of us grew up with at least one unhealthy parent. And this is so important for relationships and understanding them, and getting to where we need to get, and understanding the psychology of our own personal relationships. Most of us grew up with at least one unhealthy, toxic, addicted, whatever parent. And if they were abusive or toxic or unhealthy to us, it didn't matter. We loved them. That's just what we knew. As adults, we end up with people that will be abusive to us or are unhealthy and toxic to themselves. There go, unhealthy and toxic to us, because they don't know anything else. And we love them, and we're like, I can't understand why I can't leave this person, why I love this person. They're so whatever to me. It's because that's what we learned in our childhood. That it's normal to love somebody who hurts us. It's normal to love somebody who doesn't treat us the way they should and protect us the way we should have been protected as children. They didn't do it maliciously. That's just who they were, whether they were narcissistic or just unhealthy or unhealed themselves. So here we are as adults in these unhealthy relationships, going through the same thing, different circumstances. So we think it's okay to love this person because we're repeating that childhood sort of dynamic, or whatever dynamic. So what I want you to do is to really think about what this takes you back to, what age. And right now I'm going to do a clearing and a healing for unhealthy relationships. We're going to clear, heal, release all that caused them, all that kept them, anything and everything that allows this. We're going to go straight to every single root and pull it. If you believe in past lives, we're even going to go into past lives and pull all the roots of any and all unhealthy relationships, unhealthy behaviors, patterns, cycles, beliefs, programs, thinking this is somewhat normal. Because so many of us were in unhealthy relationships and we don't even believe there's something better out there anymore. We're like, this is it. If I leave, I'll probably end up with the same because the past was the same. The last one was the same. So we're going to heal, clear, release that. We're going to pull it all. And we're going to release it, heal it. Now, this one might take a minute, and I want you really to listen to it every single day. Okay, everybody? I'll be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Unfortunately, it's time to go. This show flew by. I love you all so much. Until Wednesday, have an absolutely amazing rest of the day. Thank you for joining me here.